Hello. So we are in the fag end of the year 2023. So I thought let's make a video in terms of guidance and for all the zodiac signs, okay, for 2024. So what to look out for, what are your energies like, and guidance to navigate 2024. All right. So this would be for yes, I would be doing it for all the zodiac signs, but when you look into the reading, go ahead and check out your sun, moon, ascendant, and the stellium in your chart. So it would be an aggregate because it would be a lot of energies here. It's not just yours, right? So a group energy. So go ahead and look at these signs for you to get a complete picture of what exactly you need to look out for and watch out or invest your energies in the year 2024. All right, so let's begin with Aries. So Aries, what is the energy like for Aries in the year 2024? How are you going to feel? All right. So you will be dealing with different kinds of people, specifically one elderly and one not probably immature, probably a young person, or it could be a person who is age wise probably old, but then not matured in terms of age. But this is mostly in business or in terms of expansion, and in 2024 you're going to feel like you want to work out of certain patterns that have been repeating, and you're like, no, this is not giving me any kind of happiness, I need to work out. So there is a decision or a realization that happens that it's time for you to move out or move away from such patterns. It's not serving you. So that realization dawns on you. All right, so what is it that you have to do about it? Yeah. So there's a lot of self-sabotage happening. I think there's been a lot of dabbling in your dark energies. You've been embracing your shadow self, or you've been confronting your shadow self at least. So it's all about focusing on yourself, focus on you feeling stable, you feeling good about yourself, prioritizing yourself, very important. And heal whatever trauma that had gone by. Looks like there has been a disappointment. It'll be good for you to heal your heart space. Yeah, so and there is not much of it's not like you need to go overboard, you need to go out of the way. Nah, it doesn't seem so. It's just you need to sit with yourself. You just need to spend some time by yourself, and it will unfold itself. It will unfold itself. So you don't have to really do much. You just need to be aware, and instead of sitting back, go ahead and take the action. Go ahead and move in the direction of your passion, in the direction of your intuition. That's all you need to do. It's a very simple message, but as much as it's simple, sounds simple, what you're going through is very internal. So people outside may not be able to look at how you're feeling and what you're going through. So yeah, so it's all internal. So spend some time by yourself. You will know exactly what to do specifically in terms of any specific action. You would know. So that's what I have for you, Aries. So moving to Taurus now. Taurians. So Taurians, what is it that you need to look out for? What are your energies like in 2024? And what is the guidance? Yeah. What are the energies for Taurians? what are yeah. So, so Taurians, you've been, things have not been going the way you would wish to, right? And sometimes, in spite of having everything, you might be feeling, so from the outsider's perspective, a third party's perspective, they might view this, so they might perceive you as, having everything. However, you feel, nah, you do not have it all, right? You like it's not enough. You feel you need to save up, you need to, especially in terms of, finances. You're like, no, I need to save more. I need to, I have this particular objective or this particular target in my mind, and I need to get there. So it's like you're always not doing enough, right? So that's the feel you might have. However, you will actually, make a move, that you will have ideas coming in, and it's time for you to really live up to that ideas. It's like when the ideas come, ideas do come, but execution might be a challenge sometimes. But in your case, it's very specific. It is important, it's very vital that you stand up for yourself, you assert yourself, and roll out these ideas that come into your head. There could be a bit of a confusion, you might be confused, you wouldn't be sure if what you're doing is right. But if when you roll out, when your mind is calm, and there's a little bit karmic too, you were meant to go through this, so it's okay. This will only, when you come out of this, you will be a different person. But when your mind is calm and balanced, you will see that you'll be able to partner with people, you'll be able to really expand, be more, do more. So that will happen only when you get over this confusion that you are that's running in your head. Yeah, and when you assert yourself to roll out the ideas that's popping up in your head. All right. So how do you go about this? How can we get over this? All right. So I see that you have an issue with self-belief. You must have gone through an experience where you left out in the cold, you felt a little bit disconnected, not part of something. But the truth is you actually have loads of resources inside, and you're extremely skilled when it comes to channeling your resources. You may not be able to see everything at a stretch. Just need to take stock, just sit with yourself, and you will probably be able to see just a couple of steps ahead. But when you act on it, you will see the following next couple of steps, and so on. So you may not be able to have a complete picture when you start off, but just have faith and move forward. It'll all roll out beautifully. Yeah. So what you need is loads of balance in terms of emotions, mental balance. Emotions, you need to be balanced emotionally, cannot get swayed. When you get swayed by the emotions, then a lot of confusion comes into play, and then you're unable to, you get a little bit ungrounded, and so on. Yeah. So, and might, feel lonely at times because of that. So the best way to address this is to really have your emotions have to be in balance. So that's the key. That's the key for you this year, Taurus. Awesome. Thank you so much. And let's move to Gemini. Geminis. What is it that you need to look out for in 2024? How are your energies going to be, and what exactly could be your guidance to move forward? Lot of learning, acquiring new skills, maybe higher education, or specializing in a few skills. a lot of startups, lot of initiations, lot of there could be a new relationship, there could be a new uh, probably something new in terms of business. It could even be promotions in your career, or a new project that you are selected for. There's a lot of, the energy feels fresh. It feels very fresh. I think you've really waited for a very long time, and I think the time is now. 2024 is going to be really good. So it's very important that you have loads of patience. Go ahead and sow the seeds. Do whatever you can. Throw yourself out there. Meet people. Let people see your work. And very important is self-care. Proper rest at balance of rest and work. Taking care of yourself is extremely vital. Very, very important. And I think you've done all the work, to be honest. You've done all the work. Now it's time. This year is to reap all that you have sowed. This is the year to harvest whatever you've been working on. It could be spiritually, it could be work wise, relationship, whatever it is. And I see a lot of abundance in terms of money specifically. A new relationship is also there. And it's not that you have to, but you have already learned to assert yourself, boundaries. You've learned to prioritize yourself. A lot of happiness. It feels nice. It feels like a fresh energy for Geminis. That's lovely. This feels good. You had a lot of issues expanding in terms of work. A lot of things were in the waiting. I think now this year it'll all come to fusion. Any specific guidance that you need to? All right. It's a very positive year for you, Geminis. I would like your feedback, after you probably experience, or even now when whatever, because you would feel the energies already. It's not that, this is not going to be a surprise. You already know your energies and you will actually resonate, then it is the truth, right? Okay, so you definitely need to focus on yourself being happy. Whatever you feel passionate about, go ahead and do. This is the time for you to really come into the limelight. Focus on what you're passionate about. Be very clear. Sometimes you just need to use just your intellect. Maybe you don't have to feel sometimes, because you've done so much work. You are point on and a lot of stuff, and it's a lot on stability. You're going to focus on stability, focus on clarity. You've got the clarity. You just need to focus on your passions now, and connect with people. You have resources at your disposal. Go ahead and put them to use. Take people's help. Do not think twice. Take people's help and go ahead and roll out whatever ideas you have, whatever intuitively you feel. Go ahead and do it. It's the year for you. Wishing you the very best, Geminis. It's awesome. So it seems very, very positive to me. Great. Now let's move to Cancer. All right. Cancerians. What is it that they need to look out for? What are their energies like, Cancerians, and what is the guidance for the Cancerians in 2024? So Cancerians, so this is a time, actually this year, if you've done your work, okay, let me put a clause that if you've done your work, you're going to be super happy. You're going to be extremely confident about yourself if you've done your work. If you've not done the work, right, if you've always gone for shortcuts, then there will be there are going to be some situations and experiences where you need to relook at what exactly you have at your disposal, what you have at hand. You need to relook and see what is it that you need to do. So if you've not done the work, you might feel a bit lonely at times. If you've not balanced your energies in the past, like if you've not balanced in terms of the roles you play, then definitely this is a time you will be, whether you like it or not, you'll be forced to balance it now this year, because it's time for you to really heal. It's time for you to really come into your own. You really have so much going for you, so much power, so much of you exude so much of confidence, you exude so much of passion, positive energy. Your presence can be healing for people. There's so much happening, so much to offer, but you can offer only if you have done the work. If you are not in alignment with the path or whatever that's been chosen for you, you're going to feel lonely. Otherwise, you are actually, this year is going to be an awesome year where you're going to actually, you're not going to think, you're going to be super fast, get there, do that. It's so cool. It's a lovely energy if you've done the work. I'm saying that again and again because it's a mixed bag here. If you've done the work, if you've always gone for a quick fix solution, then it's going to be a little bit difficult. But then you have practiced, delayed gratification all the while. You've done your work in terms of healing. It's an awesome year if you've done that. So looks like the issue was more to do with self-love, self-worth, and so on. So if you've done the work, you'll be absolutely. It's balance is key. I see so many cards that say balance, and I also see cards that are more about you, focusing on your happiness and your balance and your healing. So it's very important. If you've not done your healing this year, you have to, because if you don't, you will be made to. It's simple as that. All right. But if you've done the work, it's an amazing year. You're going to shine. You're going to start giving. You'll be recognized. There's so much happening. People will come to you, to get your advice, and you'll be of so much use to people. This is lovely. Awesome. Thank you so much, Cancerians. Wishing you the best. Now let's move on to the Leo sign. Leo. So for the Leo now, what does a Leo need to look out for? What are their energies? And what is the guidance for 2024? What are the energies of Leo in 2024? Okay, so Leo, I see you were working hard. You were trying to work hard, but I think you're getting a little bit. See, whenever you travel in terms of life, in terms of growth as a at a soul level, as a person, there will be phases, right? So you're working hard on your healing. You're really working hard on your healing, probably this year. But then moving forward in 2024, you are like, you know what? I'm going to take a break. I don't want this healing and stuff like that. It's so painful. I'm like, I think sometimes I'm just right. And I'm going to just stick to whatever I want, stuff like that. So it's going to be a bit tricky. When I say tricky, it's like you have loads of experience. You've had loads of experience. But sometimes what you take from your experience is very important. What I'm trying to say is, when it's like when you drop an egg, when you boil an egg, it becomes super, hard, right? As compared to a potato, which becomes very soft. So they are extremes, unlike like I think a coffee powder, which actually goes with, or any color, right, solution. So which like goes with the flow types. But in this case, I see it's like you're unable to take that kind of, healing is not so easy. Sometimes you need to go through, right? So that processing could be very difficult, and somewhere you're like very stubborn about one particular thing that you are unable to forgive or forget, or unable to get your head off. So that is literally screwing up your mind, and you're focusing so much on that that you're missing out on all the happiness, missing out on all the opportunities that could be coming, for you. You're so focused on the closed door that you're missing out on all the opportunities the doors are opening up to. So it's sad. So this is exactly what I'm seeing. You really need to work on your strength now, work on your inner child healing. There is a lot of icy work that need to be done. So that will actually probably help develop your, rekindle your passion. So else it could lead to escapism also, like you might replace it with something which can make life feel a little bit easy, right? Because it seems like it's very heavy, burdensome, not burdensome but painful in a way. So, or somewhere you're like, you know what, chuck it, I'm right. It's that gamandi, it's that stubbornness that's coming over you. So watch out for that, watch out for that. So guidance, what can you do to not become stubborn? So you need to make decisions. You need to make the right decision. Maybe get off being temperamental, or make this decision about one particular person in your life. Probably, that person is having a lot of impact. You've given away your power to that person. So you might want to think about that. If there is someone who is not not really up there, not so matured, could be a family member, then you need to know, you need to draw boundaries. You can still mingle, but yet, understand boundaries, space, and it's okay for you to be slow. You don't have to be in such a hurry. It's okay to slow down, balance, heal before you really take on the world. So it's the feel I'm getting is you suddenly, for all the work you were doing, you suddenly feel, you know what, chuck it, and I want to, like, do my thing. I am right. That kind of, some sense of stubbornness, some sense of stoicness is coming in, which you might have to watch out for. And the only way to do it is not give away your power to someone in the family, or not give away your power to people who you feel are sucking out your energy. And you definitely need to balance yourself. You don't have to be so impulsive and do things with so much speed. It's okay to slow down. It's definitely okay to slow down. And there is definitely a karmic connection with one particular person who's triggering you, right? So that person could be could be anyone. So you definitely need to get that sorted, because maybe heal from that, or maybe that is the person who's triggering you, because of which you are becoming a little bit stubborn. So watch out for this particular person. Watch out for, it could even be a father figure, right? Or it could be your father, in something in your experience. If you don't have a father around, if you're an elderly person, then it's a stoicness, the stubbornness that's taking over. Watch out for that. This is exactly what I'm seeing for the Leo. Wishing you the best for 2024. Now let's move to Virgo. Virgos. So Virgos, what's with Virgos for 2024? What are your energies like? What do you have to look out for? And your guidance for 2024. What are Virgo energies for 2024? There's a lot of people you're dealing with, for sure. someone wants to move away from a particular person. Could be a single lady, or it could be from a decision that you had taken, and you kind of delved in it, but now you feel there is no meaning to it. So you want to move away from that particular person or move away from that particular situation, and you asserting yourself, you prioritizing yourself. So and you're moving away, and you're also focusing on what really needs to be attended to. You're taking charge, but at the same time, you're also understanding where to compromise and when not to. So, this is a complete understanding of where you need to compromise, where not, where do I assert myself, whom do I move away from, or what are the decisions that that I had taken which may not be which did not probably turn out well. Okay, now it's time to move away from that. So these are where you are at almost like at crossroads with respect to a few decisions and people, few decisions you made, situations or people. So this is exactly what's the energy for in this year. It's more a transition, seems like. Anything specific that they need to know? Yeah, so you had been you were very relentless probably in 2023. Now you can go with the flow. If it means you need to take rest, go ahead and take rest. If you need a break, go ahead and take that much required break and go with the flow. You don't have to push it. You don't have to like have a goal for everything and keep pushing. Nah, you have every right to make the decision to slow down. You have every right to, say for instance, if you were focusing a lot on work, if you're focusing a lot on in terms of gaining stability, security, maybe it's time for you to make that decision to probably balance it out with probably having a relationship, focusing on relationship rather than just work. Pardon me, or just stability. So these are things that are coming up. And what is your guidance with respect to whatever is showing up? Yeah, so it's time for you to start communicating with people, understand who exactly you are. I think somewhere you felt a need, so you felt a little bit insecure, though there was everything. I feel there is a need to heal your root chakra, your heart chakra, and your crown. So more in terms of root and heart is what I'm seeing. So somewhere you have been deeply hurt. So you need to heal that. So initiate that healing, initiate that, and then everything else, all the other layers will be addressed automatically. So very important. And you have resources at your disposal. You are good, but figure out, find the strength to start coming into your own power. It's very important. So it's time to take back your power. You've been focusing a lot on a particular situation, and it's been affecting you, so now it's time to move on. So that's what I have, Virgos, for you. Now next, let's move on to Libra. Librans. Librans, what is it that you need to look out for? What are your energies like in 2024? And what is the guidance 2024? What are your energies, Librans energies for 2024? Librans. There's a lot happening. There's a lot happening. Whether you're aware or not, your inner child is taking over. If there is a conflict in what you do, in whatever you're doing, whatever situation, whatever person you are dealing with, if there is a conflict, there is a lot happening. Your inner child is being triggered, and there is a lot of transformation happening. There's a lot of conflict inside of you because you've been ignoring your inner child all this while. So now it's taking over, and there is so much of confusion, so much of you're so muddled up, you can't even see what is right. So heartbroken, so sad, yet unable to use your intellect. You're using your intellect, you're a very intelligent person, but then you're unable to use, the logic is taking the logic is actually taking a hit because you're so muddled up with this. This is serious, guys. So Librans, so especially if it's your moon sign, okay, this is going to really create havoc with your mind. This is going to be a bit difficult. You need to really, you're stuck in this particular, whatever you are caught with at this moment, you are stuck there. For you to come out, you really need to address your inner child. This is very specific. And you've been procrastinating this. You've never really connected to your intuition. As much as you have so much of feelings inside, you've been escaping. You've not been really facing your emotions, never really delved into them, never did any change that was required for you to. It felt very burdensome. But if you do address all of this, it's a completely different picture. You'll move the other way. But right now, you're feeling very burdensome because of all that you're going through. The moment you address this, it's going to be a completely different ball game for you. What do they have to do? What do Librans have to do? What do they have to do? So, so there are a couple of things you can do. You either embrace whatever you're going through. Like for instance, you might have a lot of wealth, but you might be feeling lonely, right? So embrace it. So embrace that. If you don't want to heal, if you don't want to address, it's too painful, it's okay. Then go ahead and embrace this. Embrace all that you have. And if you embrace the loneliness, enjoy what you have, the material wealth, and embrace the loneliness. Figure out if you can gain the strength, muster the strength to really relook at this life, relook at the situation, relook at what you are doing, how much you've come, how far have you come, what is it where do I want to go, how am I feeling, yeah, and never forget to enjoy. Amidst all of this, continue to enjoy, continue to, your individuality, enjoy that. It's so beautiful. You as a person, the personality that's coming through is exuberant. But then you need to get work done. Otherwise, fine. If it's too much for you, go ahead and enjoy the 3D pleasures, but you may not grow at a soul level. You'll have to embrace loneliness. You may not. You may have to embrace loneliness and not enjoy being alone. If you get the drift. So that's the only thing. And muster the strength, find the courage inside to look at, to reassess your life. So that's what I'm seeing for you Librans in 2024. All right, wishing you the best. Now let's move to the Scorpions. Scorpio. Scorpions, what are your energies like in 2024? What is it that you need to look out for, and what is the guidance? What are your energies 2024? Okay, looks like there is one particular person who is going to create a lot of tension for you. Okay, you're going to be super tensed up, super scared, almost a stuck energy. Not almost, you are going to feel stuck there, a lot of fears, a lot of unable to see. It's stuck with one person, whoever that could be. Feels like a male energy to me. So stuck, just stuck and very tensed up. Or this person could be temperamental in nature. So masculine energy need not be the gender, but it could be the energies per se. Yeah, and yeah, this will come in the way of your willpower. This might come in the way of your focus on whatever you would like to focus on, or your energies on, channel your energies on. And there could also be, because of this, there could be a compromise on your passion, on what makes you happy, on you taking risks or taking any kind of, moving with the flow, taking any kind of new experience, taking on a new experience. There could be a compromise there. Or it could also be, give me a moment. So it could also be something that happened all way too quick, and you really felt like coveted, that you really felt good about all that was happening, and suddenly you didn't expect this. So basically looks like something is happening out of the blue and you just can't understand what the hell just happened, right? So it's taking time for you to understand what happened. It's like it was like a jolt. What is your guidance with respect to this? What is your guidance? Stop worrying about stuff that you don't even know what you're worrying about. Looks like you're always very preoccupied. So that's something you need to definitely avoid. That's one of the guidance for 2024, specific guidance. So basically the tension is with the family members. Someone, it could be a lady, it could be your mom, or it could be any lady in the house. It could also be someone who is very curt with their words, who are probably not matured enough, in terms of their behavior. And you will be forced to, it will be good for you to actually break the behavior patterns, the beliefs that you have. It will be good for you to break them, because if you don't break them, then you will be forced to relook at them. Because right now you're focusing on like you have this negative thinking a little bit, if I can call that a negative thinking, or a pattern of focusing on, hey, I'm not able to do this, I'm not able to get this. So you want to focus on something that works for you. Yeah. So relook at all the belief systems, relook at your schedules even, relook at the way you operate on a daily basis. It could also be a guidance where you can do something totally different, some stand out of the group. If you can stand out of the group and be extremely different, well, that would be your turning point. That would be a turning point. That would surpass all the energy that we were talking about. All of them can be surpassed, but you need to be extremely different from the crowd. So that's what I have for you, Scorpios. Wishing you the very best. Now let's move to Sagittarius. Sagittarians. Sagittarians, what are your energies in 2024? What do you need to look out for? And any guidance, any specific guidance that wants to come through for this year for you. Sagittarius energies for 2024. Nice. So Sagittarians, looks like you've done your work. You have been spending time with yourself. You've taken a break from all that you were doing probably, or you will take a break in this year, in 2024, and focus more on how you feel. Focus more on what your intuition is saying. You connect more within. You will listen to your intuition. You're more attuned to your intuitive abilities. And you definitely had gone through a huge transformation, really huge transformation, where you had so much of heartbreak, so much of sadness. But congratulations, you have really come out of it. You have done well. You've really come out of it with flying colors, like literally. You've been victorious. It's awesome. Now is the time for you to actually share the learnings with others. Share, this kind of success with others and help others to move out of situations such as this. This is a wonderful energy here. Wonderful energy here. And it's also time for you to take a break. Yeah, you need to nevertheless focus on your mind power, your willingness, your willpower is extremely important. It's extremely vital that your willpower is, you focus your energies on, specifically on, you want to channel your energies on stuff that you really want it to progress, right? You don't want to focus on stuff that you don't want, that are destructive. So that's a very important thing. Any specific guidance? I think you've done really well. Very important to take sufficient rest. You've done so much. You definitely, you've completed a huge karmic cycle. Completely done. Now it's time for you to take a break, relax, yeah, I mean, it's time for you to take over now. You've been learning, now it's time for you to teach. Any specific guidance? So now it's time to go back to socializing. It's time now to connect with your tribe, feel the love, do things that are super different from what you had been doing, and you'll intuitively feel that. It's not that you need to force it. You'll intuitively feel and you will act on it, and your passion is being rekindled. You're probably going to connect with a person whom or a person who will make you feel good about rekindle your passion. You'll meet someone who will rekindle your passion, if you are not doing it to yourself. This is wonderful. This is like you've done loads of work on yourself. Congratulations, Sagittarius. Awesome. All the best. Enjoy the year. This seems like a good year for you. Okay, now let's move to Capricorn. So Capricorn, in energy, Capricorns. What are your energies? What do you need to look out for in 2024? And what is the guidance? So Capricorns, what is your energy for 2024? So Capricorns, you are absolutely focused on your passion, absolutely focused on your stability, absolutely focused on yourself. You are prioritizing yourself, which is amazing. And you're going to be super successful at that. The only thing you need to be mindful of is go with the flow, take risks and go with the flow, but you need to be a bit cautious in terms of letting go of the past experiences could come and stop you from taking the risk, or the past experiences could come in the way of you going with the flow. It might even come in the way of your focus even, or taking action at the appropriate time. So that is something you need to be aware of, and be aware of that, so you do not fall back to your old pattern of energy. Is there anything specific you need to look out for? So there's a huge disappointment. It's something to do with the past life connection, and a yearning for a partner, yearning for a to feel stable, to feel complete. I see that yearning there. That's something you need to, that's a battle that you might have to decide how and what, to address. So it could be someone in your family, it could be someone whom you're working with, could be either. But keep at sowing your seeds, keep at it in terms of work. You're really doing well in terms of your works and in terms of your profession income. You're really doing well. You have a lot of ideas, just keep rolling out. Sometimes ideas may not give you instant, reap you instant rewards, but they'll come to you in time. Any guidance to do this? There is an opportunity for you to have get into a relationship, all right, but that will happen only if you wish to. If you have consciously taken a break from getting into a relationship, from getting involved, then it will not happen. It's a choice that you make, but the opportunity will be there. If you want to meet people, if you would like to get into a relationship, the opportunity is there. Yeah, there's also an opportunity for you to get in touch with your intuitions, to be intuitive, to be street smart, to capitalize on that intuitiveness and use it to make healthy, very savvy decisions in your business. But that's totally up to you, all right, to use it or not. Wonderful. So only thing you need to watch out for is to keep focusing on being happy, and be watchful of how the past patterns come back, right? So that's something you need to be a bit cautious about and be aware. Awesome. Now let's move to Aquarius. Aquarius, what is the energy in 2024? And what is the energy in 2024? There are a lot of ways in which you can actually shine through. A lot of opportunities you can shine through. You've done your work. You can shine through in many ways. There's a lot of expansion. You would like to focus on expansion, specifically business expansions is a possibility. If you're starting off something, like if shifting from your workspace to starting a new business, a venture, you're starting a new venture along with something else. So you're restarting something, or you want to expand your existing business, new projects. If you're working, it's a good time. 2024 is going to be super successful on that front. But only thing is, all the success that you can experience, all the shining through that you can do, you can work on, is you'll be the one who is trying to procrastinate that. You'll be the one who's like, yeah, I'll get that. So your actions are directly proportional to your success. Simple as that. It's a very simple. So the more you act on it, the more success you will get. So instead of, you need to get over the fears, you need to get over self-sabotage behavior. If you can do that, then success is just, it'll be so fast that you didn't think. It's faster than what you thought, right? It would be. Any specific guidance for you to get over this, to get over the fear, to get over the self-sabotage behavior? Any specific action that you can take? So you have been, so stop, you have been investing, or rather using up all your energies on brooding over this particular relationship or this particular person or this particular situation. It's time to get over that. The moment you get over that, you see movement in your life. Yeah, you focus, all the focus should be on work. Focus on work. I think it was more to do with the person, I feel. So focus on work, and you will see huge shift in your energies in terms of, feeling peaceful, balance. A lot of it will come through the moment you let go of this person and start focusing on what you're passionate about. Start focusing on resources, on your resourceful qualities, focusing on gaining stability, even focusing on your business, money, security. That's what is going to make your 2024 worthy. Yeah, all the best, Aquarians. Now going to Pisces. Pisceans. Pisceans, what do you need to look out for? What are your energies in 2024, and what is your guidance? Your Piscean energies 2024. So Pisceans, there is so much passion. There could be travel in the cards. You will take risks. You'll enjoy all of it. The only thing is, I think there is one karmic cycle that is very difficult for you to complete. I don't know, whoever is watching this. So there's one particular specific karmic cycle that is still not over. So that could be a little bit burdensome. I do not know if it's something to do with relationship, business. I'm not able to see that. But there's definitely a sense of burdensome feeling, a self-sabotage happening. That's one cycle that's incomplete yet. You still, it's not complete. So that is something I'm seeing here. And tension with respect to one particular specific person. It could be a male, or somebody who is acting immature, somebody very stubborn. It could be even your father. A lot of tension with respect to one particular person, one specific person. It looks like your dad. So that can create a lot of heartbreak, yeah, which will not help you be in your true elements, in your own elements, yeah. Element. what do you have to look out for? What is your guidance to address this? What can you do to, yeah. So it's not, you have a lot of support, you have a lot of love, relationships. You focus on what works for you, the relationships that are working for you, right? And it's okay for you to, when you do something different, you want to be cautious, especially at work. You want to avoid conflict. The conflict will arise only when you want to make a change. So when you want to make the change, go ahead and make the change, but make sure you avoid conflict. You want to implement the change without being in conflict with anyone. That's the only thing. And that could be a bit of, not being able to socialize enough, not being able to meet your loved ones enough. You feel stuck, you feel a frustration in terms of, I want to, but I'm not able to. So that feeling I'm observing. So that's something that you need to watch out. So in a situation such as this, change your perspective. Be in complete acceptance of what is happening with respect to that situation or person. So that's very important. And when you make the change, you need to be a little bit cautious. Without conflict is key. And focus on the lovely relationships you already have. So that will help you, that will give you balance, that will help you maintain peace of mind, a sense of balance. So yeah, so that's what I'm seeing for you Pisceans. Wishing you the very best, and meet you all in my next video. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful year ahead.